I want to quickly talk to you about CJ Dropshipping to eBay. So the thing is, we want to have a clear idea about the implications, the orientation, everything you need to do if you want to dropship from CJ Dropshipping all the way to eBay. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So first of all, before I even talk to you about the steps that you need to follow, why should you choose CJ Dropshipping for eBay dropshipping in the first place? It's really important to understand that when you think about CJ Dropshipping, you got to remember, this is one of the leading Chinese dropshipping suppliers for many aspiring eBay stores, especially dropshippers. And the website is actually based in China, and they have an extensive catalog of products from fashion to beauty to home goods. So you have the whole 9 yards. Fantastic. And the best part is that you don't have to hold any inventory or deal with the processing and shipping of orders because they can do it for you. That's the whole thing about dropshipping. In other words, CJ Dropshipping, they take care of the fulfillment for you. And they actually have, they add an extra layer of, professionalism to the whole process. So another advantage for choosing CJ Dropshipping for your online store is that they actually have a pretty competitive prices. So if you really think about, if you compare prices on Deezers, for instance, on Doba, on Spocket, on Zendrop, and other dropshipping suppliers, and you actually compare that, even AliExpress, and compare that to what you have on CJ Dropshipping, you have pretty competitive prices. So their prices are relatively cheaper than AliExpress, for instance, which is, as you know, one of the go-to suppliers for anyone who wants to start selling on eBay and making money online with a dropshipping business. And we also love the fact that with CJ Dropshipping, they have a reliable shipping, they have a constellation of shipping options to ensure that your customers receive their orders on time. You don't want your customers to receive their orders like 1 month or 1 year or 1 century after they place the orders. So the thing is that even though their main warehouse is located in China, they have multiple subsidiary warehouses all over the world. So therefore, you can actually ship products from any of these warehouses. And so if you, for instance, if your customers are in California, they have warehouses in the West Coast. So that means that your customers will receive their orders on time. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Now, let me talk to you about how to set up your CJ Dropshipping to eBay store. So basically, how do you actually set up the whole configuration from CJ Dropshipping to eBay? First of all, you have to register a seller account and connect it to your bank account. So basically, we're talking about eBay here. So you first need to have a presence on eBay. So go on eBay right now, create an account. You have to link it to a bank account and everything. So follow the prompt is pretty straightforward. They'll ask you for your email, your phone number. They'll ask you for your first name, last name. They'll ask you for a couple of things. If you want to have a company account, that's fine too. So what will happen here is that, as you can see on the screen, they're asking you things like your personal info, your business info. You have to put also the payments info, so your bank account. And so you also have to put other information that really identify you. What we have found is that if you want this to happen real quick, you have to make sure that you put the right information once and for all, because eBay will verify all those pieces of information. If you want to register a company account, they might ask you for your EIN, your employer identification number. So this is like your company's social security number, so that you can actually have access to other you can unlock some business profiles, some business, I would say, advantages, benefits, if you will. So you put your personal info. They'll ask you if you want to have, in terms of account type, you can choose individual or business. That's fine. And then you have to you actually access the payment information page. So you actually put everything about your payment information. You can add a checkout method, for instance. So when people buy from your eBay account, you want them to how do they pay you, and how does eBay pay you in return. So you have the options to add a debit or credit card to your eBay account. So basically, that's fine. And you can even add your US bank account directly to your account. If you're outside the US, then you need to connect your Payoneer or Revolut account to your eBay account. So this is kind of cool. And so when we talk about Payoneer, you can see on the screen here. Here is how the interface looks like. And so once you have linked your Payoneer account to your eBay account, it will be submitted for review. Wait for eBay's email to notify you that the sync is approved and already and ready to be used. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about CJ Dropshipping to eBay Dropshipping. So after registering a seller account and connecting it to CJ Dropshipping, you need to find profitable products to dropship in CJ Dropshipping. This is step number 2. Now, the thing is that, as I said before, CJ Dropshipping is actually a database, if you will, a platform that allows you to actually have a very profitable, you want to have products that are really profitable in terms of the price versus the profit margin. And so what you want to do is, in terms of researching winning products on CJ Dropshipping, you have 2 ways of doing this. You can actually have the manual research method. In other words, you do it yourself. And then you have the automated method. And I want to first explain to you what the manual method is. So basically, you are doing things like this means you must go to the CJ Dropshipping supplier website and find products yourself. It's very easy if you know the steps. So first, you got to register an account on the CJ Dropshipping website. Click register and then input the required information to set up your dropshipper account. Make sure to link your eBay store to your CJ Dropshipping account. Remember, you just created your eBay store, right? So you want to go back to your eBay account to review and grant access, because the CJ Dropshipping is going to ask you that they have a plugin that will ask you to grant them access to your eBay store. You have to. That's how the sync will happen, okay, the synchronization. So once you have done that, it would allow you to seamlessly list products from the CJ Dropshipping website to your eBay Dropshipping store automatically. And you got to have that. To find products, go to the CJ Dropshipping supplier website, specify which warehouse you would like to get your products from. And because they have a variety of warehouses, as I told you, even though they are mainly based in China, they have warehouses all over the world. So then what you want to do is you want to filter the products on the dropshipping supplier's website according to your preferences, such as price or category. Then you want to look for the product that you want. You want to look at essential information, like for instance, which warehouse it ships from, the number of items on stock, and the estimated delivery times. The last one, when your supplier can deliver the items to your customer, is critical because many shoppers nowadays value fast shopping. Fast shopping and fast shipping too. Finally, you want to look for products that have good reviews from the buyers. Ideally, you must refrain from listing products on your eBay dropshipping store that does not have any existing buyer reviews. So you have the manual research method and you have the automated method. Now let's talk about the automated method. So basically, you can use all kinds of tools, software tools. It really depends on you. So you have a lot of them. We actually have covered this on other shows. So basically, you have tools such as Zik Analytics, for instance. So you're able to actually plug in the software, and the software will do the work for you. And basically, you have to specify the settings that you want to, like you have to filter. You have to specify the filters that you want the software to use. So basically, you can say, I want pricing from $1 to $5. I want the product to come from China. I want the product to do this. But so this is, I want this color. So you just have to set the specs pretty well. And so the software will take care of you. And the thing is that you need to understand that the software can only, the output can only be good if the input is great. Okay. A lot of, I would say 90% based on our research, and we've been doing this for the last 20 years now, 90% of our customers, they use analytics. They use automatic ways to actually do the research. So you can hear, you have Zik Analytics, you have AutoDS. That's another tool that allows you to automatically research winning products on CJ Dropshipping. Okay. So that way you are sure to actually pay attention to things that are selling. Make sure to look at the total items sold in the past 30 days and all-time sales, okay? Because you do not want to get a product that's just a laggard. You don't want a product that's sort of lethargic. No. You want a product that's very dynamic in terms of sales and in terms of profitability too. It's not just about selling, but you want to have like a healthy profit margin on top of the product. So this is really important. So think about all those things. And you also, of course, you have to think about the geography where the product is manufactured. Like if you want to buy a product from China and you have customers in the East Coast in the States, then you have to really at least account for 2 weeks or 3 weeks of shipping. So if you're comfortable with that, that's totally fine. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you to this topic. We're having a conversation about CJ Dropshipping to eBay Dropshipping. Step number 3, you want to list the items with optimized titles. So when we talk about optimized titles, we're speaking about what? SEO. See, the thing is that even though you are on eBay, eBay is a marketplace, yes, but you're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're not the only seller. You have a lot of sellers on eBay, and you're just like one of thousands of sellers. So how do you differentiate yourself? I mean, unless you advertise on Amazon, but listen, not Amazon, on eBay. Oh, you can even advertise on Facebook Marketplace and actually drag those ads back to your eBay store. But the thing is, nowadays with the budget being a little tight, you just want to actually do things organically. So what you want to do is you want to actually do some research. You can use tools. You can use free SEO tools, or if you have paid SEO tools like premium SEO tools such as Ahrefs or SEMrush or Moz Pro, you basically can do research, keyword research, and find the right keywords for which your products can actually have a chance to rank. And so this is what it is. So basically, this is what it means. It means that when we talk about optimizing the titles, it means that you are actually writing titles and the product descriptions in such a way that you have keywords. You'll insert specific keywords in those. And so this is really cool. And so what you want to do also is that you need to actually build your title to make sure it is relevant to your product and that it's based on keyword popularity. Don't just stuff your title with keywords that have nothing to do with the product, because what will happen here is that eBay will find out and they will ban your account. You do not want that. You do not want to do keyword stuffing, and the algorithm doesn't like it. And you just want to make sure that you are on the right side of the algorithm. So make sure that everything is relevant, because this is how you're going to build authority. You are going to build credibility. You are going to show that you really know what you're talking about, right? So, and this is how you're going to drive traffic to your store and also steal traffic from your competitors' stores, which is a fair game anyway. This is just, it happens out all the time. So this is one thing you need to really think about. So you want to list the items with optimized titles. We're speaking about optimization of the title, but also optimization of the product description. Very, very quintessential. I want to talk to you about the CJ Dropshipping pros and cons. So if you are going to do CJ Dropshipping to eBay, you need to have a clear idea of the pros and cons of CJ Dropshipping in the first place. You know, because if you understand the advantages and disadvantages, you can do CJ Dropshipping to eBay, CJ Dropshipping to Amazon, CJ Dropshipping to Shopify, CJ Dropshipping to Etsy, and so on and so forth. So what are the pros and cons here? First, the pros. You have a CJ packet. So compared to other platforms, CJ Dropshipping definitely offers faster shipping because CJ shipping methods include major global services like DHL, ePacket. You have PostNL, that's Holland, and then you have USPS. Now you have a product sourcing request. So once you search through the platform, you may be fooled into thinking that the items you're searching for are limited. They're not, because CJ has a sourcing feature that allows you to find the best supplier and then upload your products with their request. They have excellent customer service. So the customer service is excellent. And then they have a free app too. So CJ easily integrates with other dropshipping and e-commerce platforms. Not a problem. What about the cons here? Well, the app might be buggy at times. And there is like the products that you have on eBay or not eBay, on CJ Dropshipping are not that unique. So you have this problem that all dropshipping solutions, all dropshippers have, which is lack of uniqueness. Okay. The user interface in CJ Dropshipping could be improved. This is something they need to work on. And CJ Dropshipping is not really that cheap. So it's one of those things. Don't let people fool you and say, well, you know what, this is one of the cheapest alternatives. It's not. It's not. When you compare CJ Dropshipping to others in the industry, they are cheap in some areas. But when you look at things like overall, the solution is not really cheap. Now, do they add value? Hell yeah. They add a lot of value. So Basically, you are paying for good quality service. You're paying for quality service. You're paying for quality expertise. If I can use that word, you're just paying for expertise. You're paying for knowledge. You're paying for experience, and you're paying for like a network, a logistical network. That's what you're paying for. You're not just paying for the products. If you're thinking about, you're paying too much for the product, then you really got the whole thing wrong. Let me give you a few bonus dropshipping tips before we close to this conversation. It's really important to understand that if you are just starting your CJ Dropshipping eBay business, your goal is to maximize your sales and profits, right? And what the thing you need to do here is that there's one thing you need to refrain from doing is list too many products right away, especially if you're new to setting up your eBay account. So making lots of sales for your eBay stores is a dream for many dropshippers, but you want to really just make sure that you are listing products gradually. Because if you list too many products at once, you could alert the eBay search algorithm, and your online store or eBay account could be suspended for listing too many items at once. Okay, the idea is that you must scale your business steadily. So you can't make money selling on eBay overnight. So this is like, you got to pace yourself. Like, this is not a sprint. You don't just come to eBay and thinking, I'm going to make money overnight. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. It takes time. You are going to go through a certain learning process to understand how the whole thing works. And once you understand everything, then you can actually start making money. But I'm not saying you're not going to make money in 3 months or 6 months. You might, but you're not going to make money in 30 days unless you already have the audience and you just transferring your audience from one platform to another. But if you're brand new, if you're a newbie, you just need to take time. Take time. You want to list maybe 2 products at once, 3 products, 5 products, before gradually increasing your catalog or expanding your catalog. That way, the eBay algorithm will think that this is a natural progression. Again, even if you already have 1,000 products waiting, just don't publish all of them at once. You want to do things gradually, so the whole thing will seem natural to everybody on the platform, including eBay search algorithm. And also, this gives you time also, because see, imagine if you listed 1,000 items at once and you made a mistake. If you have to correct those mistakes, like 1,000 mistakes, that's a lot. But if you listed only 5 and you made a mistake, that's only 5 mistakes to correct, and that's a lot easier. That's a lot more manageable than correcting 1,000 mistakes. So this is why you have to go through a process of trials and errors, and be sure that you're comfortable with what the platform is offering before you actually scale. And once you understand how the platform operates, especially when the way it works for you, because see, the way eBay works for me may be different from the way eBay works for you, especially when it comes to dropshipping. So this is why you want to make sure you find out you can strike the right balance before actually scaling up. So once you found the right balance, oh yeah, you can actually scale up like big time. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Into this conversation, I was just talking to you about CJ Dropshipping to eBay Dropshipping. I give you the overview, and then I give you the steps you need to follow. So register a seller account and connect it to CJ Dropshipping. Find profitable products to dropship on eBay. So you have the manual research and the automated research. And then you have step number 3, list the items with optimized titles. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.